Yeah, God, dude.
What the fuck?
It really didn't taste.
What the fuck?
How'd we get here?
Oh
What?
no, he didn't finish the lecture. What do we do?
Oh, hi. Wait, are we starting now?
Were you like at your house and then you like looked up and you were just here?
What the fuck? Okay. Oh shit, the board's done. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the Five Nights at Freddy Lecture 2. If you watched last lecture, you might know that I stole this from Scott Cawthon's wardrobe. And now I have all the answers that people have been looking for the past 8 years. If you're just joining us now, don't worry. Today we're going to be talking... Ooh. Fuck. Does anyone have any questions before we start?
I don't think I can. You haven't said anything.
Yeah, okay, so... the children get killed
Alright,
and
so we're
possessed.
starting off, it's the 1970s, right? And we have two people we need to talk about. We have William Afton.
Oh.
William Afton is a robotics engineer, and he just graduated from college with his best friend, Henry Emily. Two best buds, and they got degrees and shit, and they're gonna make a business. And they make Fazbear Pizza Place. Fazbear's Pizza Place is like Chuck E. Cheese, but smaller and with like maybe an arcade, but probably not. It's just like robots dancing and there are tables.
It's like Chuck E. Cheese, but it's only like the stage portion.
Yeah, it's like if you tried to fit Chuck E. Cheese into like this room.
So, like, none of the fun parts.
None of the fun parts.
Is there like a play place?
No.
Oh.
It's just scary.
There's just a bunch of singing robots that are like bears and shit. There are two furries on stage. So the thing is, making a business is expensive, but William Afton is an innovator and a visionary, right? So he decides, what if we make our animatronics also suits to save on money so we don't have to buy suits and also keep the same look from both the suits and the animatronics. So when like the animatronics walk on stage and then they walk off stage, they don't come back as like goopy monsters of the old animatronics that all the kids saw.
That makes so much more sense already.
Exactly, yeah. And Henry's like, yeah, that's a good idea. And I'll run the business, and you'll be like the CFO or whatever. And we're gonna innovate the fucking entertainment industry. And so they do that, and they make a lot of fucking money. Like, it's very profitable and very successful. So successful that they could buy a house.
Holy shit.
It was the 70s, so that wasn't a big deal, but I can't believe it! So they both start their own families, and William has two sons. Evan's the youngest, Michael's the oldest, and he has a daughter, Elizabeth. We don't know who the mom is. The mom like appears once in the entire lore and is never seen again.
It's video game lore. Women are irrelevant.
We have Henry. Henry Emily has a daughter. Her name is Charlie, or Charlotte. Charlie, Henry, William Afton with the other Aftons, and their families now, and they're making big buku money. Alright? And they make so much money doing this that they're able to franchise off.
And die.
Excuse me, and die, yeah. So, here's the thing. Remember those animatronics that were also suits I mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
Apparently, the way that they work is that there are spring locks in the suits that keep them like hollowed out so you can actually fit inside of them. But if they get wet at all, the spring locks fail and they turn back into animatronic mode, crushing whoever's inside of the suit. So when they franchise out, they hadn't figured out this kink yet, and so a bunch of people who are working at these establishments just start fucking dying. That's a pretty big problem. That's bad for business, right? So they're like, okay, what the fuck do we do about that? And so they make a room in the back so employees can bleed out in case this happens again. So they settled that. Meanwhile, William is like, oh shit, I have kids. This is a kid place. People are dying at the kid place. I gotta do something about this. And he goes over to Evan and says like, hey, did you know the animatronics are haunted? Sick, right?
Wait.
And Evan's like, what the fuck? Question?
Evan's his kid.
Evan's his kid.
And he's spreading the rumor that they're haunted to get kids to not go there.
To get his kid not to go there specifically. Because the animatronics
Fuck all the
are
other ones.
dangerous. Fuck all the other ones.
But wait.
'Cause that's how he makes his money.
The kids aren't at risk. It's just the employees in the suit. So why doesn't...
Well, like, you don't want, like, the kid to get near when the animatronic collapses, because then the kid might get hurt as well, or they'll see a guy bleeding out and dying,
Yeah.
or some other crazy shit will happen. Like, you kind of want to not have your kid around a safety hazard, right?
Oh, gotcha. So ultimate fucked up coward father only wants his kid safe and lies to his kid about ghosts to get him to leave.
Something like that, yeah.
Got
So
it.
he's like, hey, Evan, don't go near the animatronics. That's bad for you. And then, like Evan's afraid of the animatronics now, so he's getting a little nervous around them, and his older brother, Michael, starts taking notice. And you know what older brothers do. They go over and they, like, scream in their little brother's face, and then be like, ah, I'm Freddy Fazbear, ah!
Not once.
And then he's like... So that's happening, and like William gets note that his brother is bullying his younger brother, and or that his oldest son is bullying their younger brother. So he's like, okay, that's a good idea actually. Could you keep doing that for a second, and then I'm gonna do other shit. So as the business is expanding, right? They turn Fredbear Family Diner into a franchise, as I mentioned, but then they rebrand it as Freddy Fazbear's Entertainment, or just Fazbear Entertainment. And so Freddy gets a redesign, or Fredbear gets a redesign as Freddy Fazbear, and he's brown now. Bonnie gets a redesign, and he's blue now, and they get two new animatronics, Foxy and Chica, right? William Afton decides he's going to start his own business called Afton Robotics. And this is where all the robots he makes from now on will be licensed from. So he'll technically own the robotics if they're used in a location. Right? So Evan's scared out of his fucking mind, like, oh god, those things are like gonna kill me. They're like sentient and ghosts are in them and they're gonna kill people. And other people are telling me rumors about how like people are dying and getting stuffed inside of the suits. And what is going on there? That's not good. I'm scared. And then he goes to a party anyways at Fredbear Family Diner because apparently he had to, because apparently, I don't know if it was his birthday and William just got a discount on it, or if like they were going to like a family member's birthday or something and they were just joining in. But for whatever reason, Evan is going to Fredbear's Family Diner, and this is a big
How
deal.
young is Evan?
Like 8, maybe?
Okay.
He's
I
young as
also
fuck.
like made a connection. I don't know if you made the connection in the last lecture because I wasn't here for part 1.
Yeah.
But is Evan the kid you play in the 4th game?
Evan is the kid you play in the 4th game, yes. We get the name from the Five Nights at Freddy's survival logbook, which is the Diary of a Wimpy Kid Do-It-Yourself book, but for FNAF. So, Evan's scared out of his mind. He's like, oh fuck, I don't want to go near those. And he's at a party, so he has to be like within the vicinity of them anyways. And his brother, not understanding why his dad was encouraging him to bully his younger brother, is like, okay, let's get him a little closer to Freddy Fazbear. Fredbear. Let's not get confused, because this is the original establishment where like Bonnie and Fredbear are still in use. And so they're like, hey, let's get Fredbear near. Let's get him near Fredbear. He wants to give him a big old kiss on the lips. And so him and his friends pick up Evan and they bring him over to the suit and they put his head in the mouth of the animatronic, and then his tears fall out and the tears cause the spring locks to collapse and crush his head.
Tyler, you're a dick.
That's awful.
Yeah.
You're just like this child is subjected to like repetitive, like very specific trauma, and literally actually.
So Evan's dead. He goes into a coma for like a week or something. Then he dies, and that coma is what you play in Five Nights at Freddy's 4. And I know what you like aficionados are thinking. Illusion discs, but the illusion discs in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, they're not fucking canon. They're from the fucking books. Shut up. To Mary.
Illusion discs.
You weren't there for the last lecture. That was a problem. They're not canon. Stop.
For the first lecture to demerit the audience.
So there are non-canon aspects to like the games.
Yes. There are books basically. You remember the Silver Eyes trilogy?
The books are where the end the. Okay, I'm gonna use the word MPreg loosely.
That's from the Fazbear.
I was telling
Frights
Roland
books.
about it last time,
I
but he didn't believe
Somehow in all my research, I avoided that, but I found out about Fazgoo.
Why aren't you fucking including that?
That's what I say!
Because it's like a Goosebumps horror story.
Roland,
It's
you
not
need the
important
MPreg
for-
addendum.
The Springtrap
I didn't read the book!
The Springtrap MPreg, we need to know.
Maybe.
You're Freddy Fazbear. We have to know.
Fine, we'll have an addendum, but not now.
Let's
Keep holding to that.
I'll talk. I'll try to
It's not
talk
happening
about the
without it.
Springtrap.
You're gonna do it too. We're gonna make sure you do it.
Do I have to read the fucking Man-Preg book? Do I really have to do that?
You do not have to read
Yes, he
the
does.
Fine.
Yes, he does.
Fine. So anyways, Evan's fucking dead, right? And so his father, his older brother Michael is like, holy shit, I just killed my own brother. And he's upset about that. Like, he's traumatized too. And he's like, shit, I'm so fucking sorry. Apologizing to his brother while he's dying in the hospital, right? Like, holy shit.
It was just a prank.
It was just a prank, bro!
I didn't mean to crush your head. Damn.
And then William walks in and says something very weird. He says, I will put you back together.
Huh?
So somehow, in some way, Evan's soul entered Fredbear, right? Somehow William knows about this and is trying to come up with a way to like put that soul in another robot and make that robot look like Evan. And then give it Evan powers or whatever.
Fucking Evan bot.
Make it Evan. Try to recreate Evan from a robot.
Full
but-
Metal Alchemist.
Metal Alchemist. But for now, he's just in a fucking Fredbear suit, and that suit gets decommissioned because it killed a kid. So it's now like forever like laying limp in the back rooms of Fredbear's Family Diner, where Evan's just laying there for all
Honestly, shout out
eternity.
to Evan because what the fuck?
Bro,
Evan
if this is me, I'm mad.
Evan got fucked for no reason.
Bro, if that's me, I'm mad, right?
This is your next reincarnation, Roland.
That's what I get for doing lectures.
We all walked into the same Chuck E. Cheese. We're like, Roland?
So William,
You can just feel it.
So William is like, okay, I need to investigate further. I need to figure out how to do alchemy and some shit, and I need to figure out how the fuck souls work, so I can scientifically like remove his soul from this and put it in a new suit so he can live forever, and I can have my son back. And so he, with alongside Afton Robotics, start making new robots designed to kidnap children. These are the fun time animatronics, and this is where question.
I think it's really crazy though because like, so he wants to do a bunch of like test runs on like putting people's souls in robots, and he decides to just use kids. I mean, he has like multi-million-dollar.
And also, so many people died in those suits. Like,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, so but it's
Yeah,
like,
that's where he gets the inspiration to kidnap children because there are
But he's like a
in the
business-
suit that stabbed him.
But he's like a businessman, right? So he's like I'm assuming this company's like doing really
He
well
has
for
more
itself.
morals than Jeff Bezos. Give him some
Yeah, he could
credit.
just buy creative
No,
people
because
from
Jeff
Indonesia.
Bezos. No, because at least Jeff Bezos would have the decency to like put up help wanted ads and we're in a bunch of like homeless people, not kidnap children.
We'll get to when we just start doing that. But right now it's like, let's just kidnap children. Because it's a
Like, you
child
just-
soul, maybe that's different. We need to make sure all the variables are set,
But did
right?
he even test on an adult soul? No, he just went like, you know what? Fuck them kids specifically.
That's
I'm just
true.
imagining like Scott Cawthon at his like computer at like 3 a.m. like lit by candlelight, like yes,
Yes! Yes!
And post to DeviantArt.
if you weren't here last lecture, this was not the original canon. It was originally all in a dream, so that's why it makes no fucking sense, because he had to rewrite that because everyone hated it.
Yeah.
This is giving terrible writing, but I'm also like so engaged.
I am too! This is what makes it fun, is that it's just so fucking stupid. But it's so fun to like dissect and figure out.
What's crazy is you make all of these weird fucking details make so much sense in this narrative so far.
Yeah! I combed through all this shit to make sense out of it. And I have right here in my notes, as you can see, I've formatted all over here. Wendigoon got it mostly right. I wrote this down because I watched a bunch of videos trying to explain the FNAF lore, and they were all fucking shit. Like, all of them were wrong.
Yeah.
Wendigoon was the one that got it closest to making sense.
Wendigoon.
Shout out to Wendigoon.
Because everyone was like, oh yeah, William Afton just kills kids because that's his thing, and he just started doing that. But Wendigoon asked, but why? And it's also important because it doesn't make sense that his son accidentally died, but all of these other ones were on purpose. Question.
So, to put it into terms that would help me better understand as somebody who had a, like, on the very surface, like, I didn't dive into FNAF lore,
Yeah.
I had a FNAF phase.
Yeah.
Is he purple guy?
He is Purple Guy, yes.
Okay.
William Afton is Purple Guy, in case you haven't figured that out. He is the man behind the slaughter.
I liked the fandom given name for him better.
Purple
It
guy?
was like Vincent.
Yeah, and then there was
Oh, I remember
and then there
that.
was Orange Guy and
Orange Guy is Purple Guy. It's
Yeah.
not about colors, okay?
all guys matter.
So William decides to make robots that kidnap and kill children, right? And so
Yeah.
Circus Baby's family pizza, Circus Baby's pizza place, or Circus Baby's Pizza World,
Baby's Pizza
something
Pl-
along
Pizza
those lines.
Plaza.
I forgot the Circus Baby's Pizza World, right? Opens up, and it's the sister location. So Henry's like, we're gonna branch out and start making new mascots, and William's like, got it. Lore tank with soundproofing. Thing to kill child with. Okay, we're good! And so they open this up, and like he goes so in depth with how this is set up that he puts sensors in the eyes of the robots to make sure there's only one child in the room and that there are no parents in sight. This is stranger danger level shit we're on right now. But he realizes, oh shit, I still have kids. And Elizabeth, my daughter, is really into Circus Baby.
And still
because
alive.
they're both like girls, and Circus Baby's kind of like all dressed up and dolled up with makeup and stuff. And Elizabeth's really likes that. She thinks Circus Baby's cute. And so Elizabeth is like, I want to go see Circus Baby. And William's like, no. No, you don't understand. No. And Elizabeth, not understanding why her dad doesn't want her to see her favorite animatronic, decides that during the grand opening of Circus Baby's Pizza Place, while they're there, she walks through and like sneaks out of sight of William, and then waits until there are no one else in the room with Circus Baby to step in and see her, so that like no one calls her out because she wasn't supposed to see Circus Baby. And the thing is, if there's no one around, no parents, and there's only one child, the thing is programmed to kidnap children. So all of a sudden, an ice cream cone pops out of its stomach, and Elizabeth's like, she's pogging and goes to get the ice cream cone. All of a sudden, like, she gets grabbed into the machine, pulled in, and she dies.
You saying the phrase
This
she's
man has lost a
pogging.
second child trying to
Second
revitalize
child
his
trying to revitalize his first. And so...
Pogging.
she's pogging.
Pogging.
So the thing is, this is William's fault now, right?
Yeah, he's a
like
dick.
this wasn't an accident. He meant to kill a child.
Yeah.
So this child was killed on purpose. It might have not been premeditated, but it was premeditated, right? And so a police investigation happens and figure out how the kid died. And Henry's like, dude, what the fuck? Why the fuck did you do that? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Wait, so the partner just found out that William's been doing this?
The partner just found out that William's been like making kidnapping machines for children.
Is there like I don't know, is there like plot guard for why and how he's able to get away with this at such a what I'm.
How he gets away with what?
Just killing kids.
No, he doesn't. He gets arrested.
Oh.
So, like, everyone... Well, he gets arrested, but they don't push charges on him because, like, losing your kid is punishment enough or something like that. So, but... William's main punishment is that he's now blacklisted from the company. He's no longer allowed to work with the company that he co-founded, right? And so he's upset about that. Like, God damn it.
So, like, the government knows he programmed them to kill children.
Yes. They know. Like, it's known that he meant to kill
And
kids.
all they did was just blacklist them from the company.
Basically, FNAF law.
Because the thing is, they didn't want, like,
This is the same
they didn't
universal
want it
basics
to come
thing,
out that these things killed children because that would be bad PR for the company, right? So they shut down Circus Baby's Pizza World under the guise that it was just a gas leak that happens. So the business is shut down, and because William had Afton Robotics, he now owns all the kidnapping robot kids, right? And so now those all go back to his facility, and he's like, "Gosh darn nabbit, they stole my shit! Oh, that was my business. I co-founded that." And so he starts like forming a rental business around the animatronics, and since nobody knows that they kidnap kids yet because it wasn't publicly stated, people start paying for rentals of these child kidnapping robots to have at parties. Question.
No, I don't have a question. I don't have a question. Good.
What time are we at right now?
We're still going, Roland.
Yeah, I know, but like, what's the time on?
21, 31.
21, 31?
32, 33,
Okay, cut.
34. Oh, okay. Hey, fucker.
So Jackson decided to explain, to come up and do a guest lecture on the FNAF lore that he just looked up, involving man pregnancy.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at a picture of a Mexican pizza. So, fucking, I Googled this. You can Google it too, I guess, if you're bored, you know. Well, you're gonna be watching it on YouTube.
I'm looking at FNAF inflation.
Wait, like inflation, like
have lowered
Economic inflation or the bad kind of inflation?
Wait, what do you mean economic? Oh,
like
never mind.
This house is a breeding ground for weird activities.
Just keep going.
So, basically, long story short, there's some. Wait, am I in the right part? Hang on. Yeah, there's some dude named Matt. I don't fucking care about him. But
he doesn't show up in the lore.
basically, in theory, he fucking he makes a game, right? He makes the game, and Springtrap is in it, and like he can go in the game, and Springtrap is like gone or something, and he's like, "Where'd Springtrap go?" So he goes in the game to get Springtrap, and then Springtrap is there.
Wait, we
and
just did Scooby-Doo with the cyber chase shit?
Yeah, and he's like, wee woo, hey, and then, I don't know, now he's out of the thing, but he's like, wow, damn, my stomach hurts.
oh no.
What the fuck?
And he notices that he's particularly more bloated than usual.
He's waking up pregnant.
And he also notices the Springtrap had actually been manually extracted from the game, and the game's code is a program called its_a_boy.exe.
Wait, so is this like FNAF Jesus? He just got like, impregnated by nothing?
No, this is called In the Flesh. Basically,
There's a baby William Afton that gets born, and that's what
he
you get into, right?
yeah, basically he's like, what? He basically comes home one day and he finds a fucking stomach print, or what the fuck am I saying? A face like imprinted on his stomach, and he's like, whoa, that's fucking scary. So he gets a knife and goes seppuku on his ass and fucking cuts himself open, and a fucking real life Springtrap, like baby Springtrap, crawls out of his stomach and calls him daddy.
This is in the same canon where the animatronics originated from the 1400s.
Matt dies from blood loss. Anyways.
Okay, let's get back to the main
Who's
lecture.
Matt?
I don't fucking care.
Nobody knows who Matt is.
Fuck it. He's me, he's you.
He might have helped make Help
He's
Wanted
you.
or something. I don't know.
He was at the
Matt's
the
the
last
player.
lecture.
I wasn't here. Oh.
Matthew from Game Theory.
From Game
I was looking at the
Magic
competition.
Pack.
How my
Tyler, do you have
friend
cum
was
on your
about
shorts?
this too, and they theorized
No,
that
actually.
that person was named Matt as a sort of like
I do.
negative nudge at Matt Pat.
Yeah.
So it was kind of Matt Pat hate, like making Matt Pat
Making Matt Pat pregnant.
Did Scott write this?
Get springtrapped.
Get springtrap.
Get birth.
Did Scott write this?
Yes.
Yes.
This totally could have been a weird therapy fuck Matt Pat session.
Why did you do this to me?
Okay. So, going back to where we were, William's mad because he just got kicked out of the company that he worked with for killing children, and he now has his own children killing company called Afton Robotics. But his last remaining son that isn't dead, Michael, realized, hey, wait a second, how come both my siblings died to inventions my dad made? Huh. And he's like, all right, I'm on some Scooby-Doo shit. Let's go investigate. And William's like, the fuck you are? Get back in your room, you little twerd. And then Michael's like, you're not my dad, and jumps out the window and runs over to get a job. So he starts working like security as a security guard at these various restaurants. He starts working like different.
So he's like, fuck you, Dad, but then goes to work at his dad's company.
His dad doesn't own them anymore.
Oh,
remember?
right.
He's there to investigate. He's like trying to learn like what his dad was up to, try to figure out what the fuck these animatronics are doing.
Oh,
why the fuck are they killing kids? So William doesn't know this because he broke out of the window while William wasn't looking, and Michael is now using like different aliases so his dad doesn't catch on to him. And so in the games, when you see people like Fritz Smith and shit like that, that is Michael.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. There's a running joke where every time he gets fired, it's because he smells bad. So every time you see a pink slip and it's for bad odor, that's because it's Michael. And we'll actually explain why he smells bad.
Oh, wait, no, because I know why.
No, don't say anything.
I'm not. Go ahead.
So the first job Michael gets is at Afton Robotics. And so, because he's gonna work in the warehouse and like repair the robots, and he gets a surname. I forgot what it was. I think it's just Mike, and he changed his last name. Like Mike Schmidt, maybe. And then he's like, all right.
Sounds right.
That sounds right. So he's going to work at this facility, and then he realizes that all of these robots are being tortured for some reason. Like, you electrocute them to keep them in place. And, like, that's strange, but they're robots, so it's fine, right? He gets to look at... He basically just continues investigating, and then he gets saved by Circus Baby for some reason. And he doesn't know that Circus Baby is his sister, but Circus Baby is helping him out for some reason, and it's like, all right, I'll keep you safe from the other animatronics that are trying to kill you, probably because you look like your dad. So they're too buddy. They're going around. Yeah, the dots are connecting, aren't they?
Oh.
Imagine playing the connect dot with the planets. This is what I had to do. All right, so. They're working together, old buddy thing, and then near the end of the game, there's like a segment where like Circus Baby kidnaps Michael and puts him in a springtrap suit, and so he has to like survive the night while hiding inside of the suit. So Circus Baby's acting a little weird though, right? And then at the end of the game, Circus Baby gets you to like walk through like this dark room, and you have to like go left and forward and whatever, and provides you directions to stay alive. And then you walk into the scooping room. The scooping room is where they take the animatronics and remove their endoskeletons from their shells so they can like repair them and stuff. But the thing is, Circus Baby has a plan to escape. Her and all the other animatronics are trying to get out, and in order to do so, they need to look human. And so they're going to use the scooping machine to scoop out Michael's insides and wear him as a flesh suit of some kind.
Ooh, scoops you.
Ooh, scoops you. So, yeah, they're like chilling out. They just killed Michael. Michael's dead now, and they're wearing a suit around town. And remember, they're British, so this is normal. They're just walking around.
Wait, this is going on in Britain, not.
They have British accents. We don't know exact. No, this is. We don't know where this is happening, but they have British accents.
If it was in Britain, it would make the child endangerment make more sense.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, what if this is in some like colonized South Africa kind of deal? Like,
South Africa?
No.
Well, that would explain why the laws are so fucking lax in this
South
universe.
Africa. Yeah.
What laws?
Yeah, right?
What do you mean?
The fact that, like,
the child murder thing was illegal. They just let him off to keep people quiet, right?
They don't
Yeah, but
want
that still
That's
sounds like the kind of thing that would happen in a not.
The people who own like massive corporations aren't known for like skirting the law at all. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the animatronics are inside of Michael, right? And they're all walking around like, do. I'm a human.
Kyrie's inside me?
So the animatronics, when they're joined together, by the way, form Ennard. Ennard's the name of this amalgamation of animatronics, and they're walking around. Do.
Is it also an amalgamation of all their souls, or their souls?
Yeah, all their souls, all the animatronics
Fucking
together.
crack.
They're just like joined together in like fucking Voltron Force and shit. They're like walking around town and people are waving and smiling. But then Michael starts rotting. And they're like, oh, we didn't think this through.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Uh-oh, stinky, exactly. So
Tyler fucking bashes his head in.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So
the dots are
So the
connected.
animatronics jump out of Michael and into the sewers to escape, and Michael falls over, and then he just gets back up, and he is now a rotting, like, living corpse somehow, because Michael's soul has possessed Michael's rotting body.
Wait.
Your body submits. Your heart succumbs.
So Ennard
why does your mind
and Matthew
resist?
are both possessing the body, or is Ennard in the body and Matthew is possessing the body that Ennard is in?
Ennard was just carrying Michael's body like a skin suit, and it's rotting, so they have to, like, escape. So, and then when they escape, Michael just takes over.
Okay.
There's
Wait,
even
how
like
did-
there's even like a whole monologue if you do like custom night or whatever, where Michael explains that he's supposed to be dead but he's not, and that he's coming to find William.
So you don't have to possess an animatronic. You can possess your own rotting corpse.
Apparently, we will get to how the possession stuff works, but
he's
it's
on
like
his Brooke
a
shit.
science. He's on his Brooke shit.
He has
I
Remnant.
don't think there's no way that there's like a system to this because I always just thought
There's
it was like
there's
power
anime
system.
superpowers in this. Don't worry.
because like I really just thought that he was just like winging it like okay yeah sure let him fucking have this bone body.
There's a magic system to Five Nights at
There's a
Freddy's.
magic
Don't worry.
system.
So, continuing, Michael is now possessing his own body. Ennard has escaped into the sewers, and they're chatting it up with each other, with it themselves, because they're Legion or whatever. And they're like, "Yeah, we did it." And then Circus Baby's like, "Yeah, we did it." And then they're like, "Fuck you, Circus Baby," and kick her out. We don't know why they kick Circus Baby out. They just do. And Circus Baby is split up from Ennard, and she has to go and make her own suit, and she becomes Scrap Baby. Ennard makes their own suit, and they become Molten Freddy, which we'll see later, like a lot later, like a lot later.
Molten Freddy.
Molten Freddy. Okay. So, then we get to Five Nights at Freddy's 2, that shit that happens.
Oh, God.
Remember, William is mad at William is mad at Henry because he just fired him from the company that he co-founded, and he had both of his children killed by himself, but like he's still mad about it at Henry, and so he's like, I want to get revenge on Henry, and Henry's like, shut the fuck up, what the fuck are you talking about? You're crazy. And then Henry either makes his own animatronic or commissions an animatronic. It's not exactly known which, but it's very possible because they graduated from the same college that they both know how to make robots. So Henry makes a robot named Marionette. And Marionette is designed as a security drone. It like protects children or whatever, but it's specifically programmed to protect Charlie at all costs. Like fuck all the other kids. Charlie's the one that you need to protect.
And Charlie is Henry's kid?
Charlie is Henry's daughter, right? So he builds Marionette, and Marionette is designed to protect Charlie, and William's like, you think that's gonna stop me? And then he goes ahead and kills Charlie anyways. He like lures her into the back alley and kills her. Marionette is like stuck underneath a bunch of boxes, and by the time he finally gets out, he like crawls over to the back alley and like sees her dead corpse and falls on top of her because like the rain is destroying the animatronic. But in Marionette falling on top of Charlie, somehow, in some way, Charlie possesses Marionette. Charlie is now Marionette.
Okay.
Okie dokie. That's how Marionette gets possessed. And then And then William's like, that's cool and all, but how the fuck are all these animatronics getting possessed? I need to figure this shit out now! Now! And he designed like kidnapping children machines that like have dead children's souls in them. But now he's going to design, instead of just designing machines that do that, he's going to try and test it, like get his hands dirty, try to figure out how to get a soul into a thing. And so he's going to go kill children, and he's going to put their souls inside of suits. But the thing is, he hasn't figured out how to do that yet. So every time he kills a kid, he just tries to like slap them on a suit, and it doesn't work. And he's like, why the fuck aren't you possessing this? And he panics and runs away before people catch him. So the way that he kills these children, by the way, is important. Because what he does is he gets into the restaurant dressed as a security guard, and then he walks over to the back, puts on like one of the old mascot outfits. Okay. Puts on one of the old mascot outfits, the Bonnie suit that he used to wear at Fredbear's Pizza, right? He puts that on and starts walking out into the door, into the main floor, and starts saying, "Hey kids, you want to check out what's in that dark room over there? Come on, let's go!" And then he lures like one kid over at a time, kills them, and then like tries to get their soul to possess a body, and it doesn't work, right? Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So, the thing is, Marionette somehow does know how to make these possession things work, probably because like Charlie experienced possession for herself, so it's like, okay, I just got to do this to other people. And so she stuffs the kids' bodies inside of suits and gets their souls to possess their things.
Wait, why is she killing other kids?
Because she wants revenge on William for killing her, and she's making an army. She's gonna make an army of animatronics, and they're gonna go fight William.
I hate that this fucking makes sense.
Yeah, okay. So after a bunch of murders happen, the restaurant eventually closes down. They catch William doing this again, and they're like, William, what the fuck is wrong with you? And William's like, hey guys, it's not what it looks like. I'm just trying to figure out some forbidden science so I can like make these animatronics possessed by children. And they're like, Now the thing is, they can't convict William because they don't know where the corpses are, so they can't even prove that the kids are dead. So William gets arrested, but he gets let go, but he's like, they know he killed kids, right? He just doesn't get arrested for it, right? And so Henry's like, God, fucking William again, god damn it. And all the animatronics are possessed, the store closes, and pretty soon it reopens for 1 week in the year 1987.
Oh my gosh.
Lol. Ew.
So this one guy, his name's Jeremy Fitzgerald.
Yo, Jeremy.
Jeremy. He gets a job as a security guard at this place, but he figures out that there's something weird going on with the animatronics. Like, they keep trying to kill him for some reason, and he's like, what is that all about? Weird, right? And so eventually he keeps doing this job, and he comes in on a day he wasn't supposed to. Like, he wasn't scheduled for that day. He just walked in because he didn't know any better. And like, he gets a phone call from the guy, and it's like, listen, you're not supposed to be here today, but the store is closed down now because some weird shit's been happening. We're only allowed to open for 1 day because there's a police investigation, and that day is like a child's birthday party because they reserved it in advance. So what we need you to do is you need to come in for the birthday, make sure you have your security guard outfit on, and make sure those animatronics don't fuck with anyone, okay? That would be bad if, like, on this kid's birthday party of all days, someone died, right? That would be bad, right? That would be a bad thing to happen, right, Jeremy?
Is this one of the games?
This is FNAF 2. This happens in FNAF 2.
Okay.
And so Jeremy is like, fuck. And then, like, he's fighting Golden Freddy and shit while he's being told this. But he goes to the birthday party. The fuck? Are we good? Okay, sorry. I get distracted by other noise. My bad. He goes to the birthday party. He gets dressed in a security guard outfit. And everything seems to be going well. But then the animatronics go, hey, that guy's in a security guard outfit. The person who killed us was also in a security guard outfit.
Fuck him!
Fuck him! And they like clamp down, he bite off his frontal lobe, he's bleeding all over the place. It was the bite of 87! He's like on the ground bleeding, everyone's panicking, what the fuck just happened? Holy shit, the bite of 87! And then the store closes down forever. And then some guy goes in and works the night shift anyways.
Why?
And who knows? His name is Fritz Smith. And he comes in and he works one day and he gets fired for smelling bad.
When was that? Game-wise?
That was the custom night in FNAF 2.
Got it.
So, one more thing. There's one of William's murders that we didn't go over any of William's murders in detail. There are two that are important because he killed 5 kids, right? One is that he killed this girl. People believe her name is Susie, but I doubt that. We're just gonna call her Susie because we have literally no other name to go on.
Is your shirt in team?
Oh my god.
Coincidentally, yes.
Oh my god.
Play Deltarune, Tyler.
I just started.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good. Alright, so Susie, she's playing a video game, and all of a sudden, like, she realizes that her dog died while she was playing the game, and someone killed her. And then all of a sudden, this weird, like, robot or guy in a rabbit suit walks behind her and tells her dog died. Weird, right? And then explains to her that the dog can be saved if she comes with him, and then he kills her. But here's the thing. He kills Susie, right? He doesn't figure out how the fuck Susie works. Like, he can't, like, put her soul in a body. He just messes it up again. Like, God damn it, come on. But then he figures out how to get the dog inside of an animatronic.
God damn it, what the fuck?
He figures it out, finally! He finds the secret to the possession, and the secret is something called Remnant. Remnant is an actual substance in the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's. How it works is that it's like a metallic, goopy liquid thing, and if it mixes with like strong human emotion and a machine, that soul is bonded to the machine. So now that he knows that it's Remnant that he needs to use in order to like put a thing inside of an animatronic, he now can possess things with 100% accuracy. He's figured it out. Question.
If he didn't know about Remnant before, how is he getting possession to work?
It just happened to that Remnant was there when it happened. Like
Every time he's killed a child in one of those machines, Remnant just happened to be there?
I think like he accidentally invented Remnant while trying to make the animatronics or something. It's not really known how Remnant exists. I think it's explained in the Fazbear Fright books. But like somehow, some way, there's Remnant inside of these machines while he's killing these kids, but not the other times that he's killing the kids, and now he knows what Remnant is, how it works, and how to use it.
Yeah, he was just using it earlier, never understood, oh, that's what the fuck I was putting, that's what that...
Yeah, he like accidentally invented it.
Okay.
It was like Pop Rocks. He was like, oh shit, I know how to use this now.
Gotcha.
And he starts selling Pop Rocks, but with human souls. There's another kid he kills called Cassidy. Cassidy is just some kid he kills, and he tries to put it in the same suit as Evan, but it doesn't work. But Marionette gets it to work, so now Golden Freddy, aka Fredbear, is possessed by 2 kid spirits.
Yo.
But the thing is also a suit, so it can't do anything. So these 2 spirits are just stuck inside a void, like Full Metal Alchemist style, left to talk to each other. Like, you got Alphonse in there and the Truth, and it's really weird. A lot of Full Metal Alchemist references today. I'm happy for it. I'm here for it.
Yo, watch Full Metal Alchemist if you haven't.
Go
It's a good show.
I've watched it like 3 times.
So
I'm rewatching it right now.
Really?
So they decide to make. Henry decides to open up a new restaurant, and he uses the old animatronics from the last restaurant to use in this one, but they're possessed by kids, and we don't know if he knows that or not. But they're being reused in this restaurant, and Michael goes to work there as well, and he gets the name like Fritz Smith or something, or like I forgot, Mike Schmidt. He uses the name Mike Schmidt, and then he goes there and he gets fired for smelling bad.
This poor guy is driven by the guilt of killing his brother.
And he's just like a corpse, a walking corpse. He's using like makeup and prosthetics to make him look like he's not a corpse. And he's just walking around losing job after job. Fuck, man.
Bro, put on some deodorant.
Michael Gate, am I right? Do you think deodorant's gonna work on a corpse, Tyler? Why, have you tried that before?
Put deodorant on it.
Just put a little cologne, it'll be fine.
Use some fish, see the Lucy lecture.
Yeah. Sometime afterwards, that restaurant closes down, and William decides that he's gonna fuck shit up. He's gonna go in there and disassemble the animatronics and get the souls out of the bodies, and now that he knows how to use Remnant, he's gonna clean up the mess that he made, right? And so he goes in, he breaks in, he goes in while it's closed, and he goes in and he finds the animatronics, and he lures them in the back room and kills them all, and disassembles them. And he's like, "Blah, blah, 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 you're disassembled." And then another one comes in, "Blah, blah, 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 blah," and then the other two. And then he comes in one more time to take care of Golden Freddy. I think he just comes in again and is like, "What the fuck? Why are there children's souls all over the place? Why do they want to kill me?"
We're all trying to find who did this.
We're all trying to find who did these murders, right, guys? And so they corner him in the back room, and he's panicking, like, "Oh God, am I gonna die today?" And he's like, "I know how to save myself." And he jumps inside of like the Bonnie suit, and he's like, "Ha ha! You can't get me now!" And then water drips from the roof onto him and causes the spring locks to collide, and it crushes him, and he dies. William Afton is dead, guys. Woo! It's over. We solved the murder by murdering the murderer, except, fuck, he's now possessing the suit. This is how Springtrap exists, as we all know. As everyone knows. What time are we at?
45 minutes.
Like on the clock right now.
25.
Okay. Cut.
Go.
Alright guys, welcome back to the Five Nights at Freddy's lecture. I'm having a sippy of my drinky. So last time we left off, we made Springtrap. Springtrap exists now. That sucks. The thing is, for whatever reason, Henry, at that same time, decides, you know, let's just close off the back rooms where all the employees died. Let's just, like, wall those off. All of them. All of them. And so in this process, they all get closed off, and William, aka Springtrap, gets stuck inside one of those murder backroom things. And it's like, good, we closed off all those back rooms, now no one will see all the corpses that are inside of them. Especially the one of my co-worker, William Afton. So, that's fine.
Wait, whoa, I missed something big. William died?
You loser! Yeah, who do you think?
Guy is in Springtrap now.
Yeah, who do you think's in Springtrap right now?
Oh!
Springtrap's now. William Afton jumped into Springtrap and died, and now he's Springtrap. Right? You got that? And it's like, whoa, it's cool because now the murderer is like the villain, and he's like.
Can you quick? How did he get in the Springtrap?
He got lured into the back rooms. He got like cornered by the ghosts of the dead children, and he jumped in to like hide, and then it just like went off.
Got it. Okay.
And remember, that's the suit he wore when he was like working at the shit. So fitting.
Wait, so was Springtrap like the original Bonnie?
Yeah, original Bonnie from Fredbear's Family Diner.
Because there's Golden Freddy and then
Golden Freddy is Fredbear, the original Freddy, and then this is the original Bonnie. Yeah.
Okay.
So. Fuck, now William is, he's still alive, but he's trapped inside a room for 30 years. Take that, One Piece. We cut to a time sometime 30 years in the future, and the fucking store, the fucking Five Nights Freddy, fucking Fazbear Entertainment shit. Everyone's like, kids died there. Why would I take my kids to the restaurant where kids died? All these rumors are getting spread. Some of them might be true. We don't know. But to cash in on the success of like, not the success, but to cash in on like the rumors that started, someone decides to make Fazbear Frights, a horror attraction based off of actual murders that may or may not occurred and we don't know yet. So
that sounds like some shit that would happen.
That's shit that would happen.
That has happened.
That has happened, I think. But they open Fazbear Frights, and they're like, woo, Fazbear Frights is open, we need to get some props. And they start raiding the old restaurants to get all these like animatronics out, and they're trying to find all these pieces and props to use, but then they find the big haul. One of the people on these expeditions finds a fake wall inside of one of the restaurants, and he breaks it open, and it's a back room, and in it is a fully functioning animatronic. What? And not only that, it's one of the original animatronics, the first spring Bonnie suit.
This is really funny. It reminds me of the time, like, one of those like haunted house places, they were looking for props, and they're like, wow, look at this super realistic dead body, we can hang this up in our haunted house. And then meanwhile people are like looking for some criminal who was supposedly executed around the same time. So they've just been like parading around this real human corpse as a decoration.
Wait,
for like,
where was this?
this was like a while ago, but they had it for like over like 2 decades until they realized like, wait a second.
Wait a second! It wasn't rotting or anything?
Yeah, that's what sounds not right to me.
Like, I'm pretty sure it was like treated or something. I don't know if it was like a fresh human
Might have been
corpse.
like fermented or something.
Yeah, but it was like mummified. Yeah, that was it.
Alright, so that's happening, and Fazbear Frights opens up, and the William Afton is just there, and he's fucking shit up, right? He's like, yo, what up? I'm back, bitches! Let's kill more kids! I need to get my son back! Is my son still alive?
Oh no, he's still looking for Michael?
He's still looking for Evan.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
And he's like, let's go find my kids again! And then, well, also Elizabeth, because Elizabeth's still stuck in the soul. I don't actually know if Evan is or not. I don't think that's specified. He destroyed the other 4 animatronics. We don't know if he destroyed the 5th one. But, he's like, yo, what up, bitches? It's your boy, William Afton, back at it again.
Your boy Willie.
I'm in the animatronic suit, and he's looking into the cameras like, yo, what up? And he breaks into your thing while you're hallucinating because the ventilation in that place fucking sucks. And he's like, yo, sup, bitch? Fun shit, right? That's fun. The place burns to the ground like a week later for some reason. That's strange. But yeah, I guess William's dead, so that's not something we need to worry about.
Why did it
anymore.
burn to the ground?
Who burnt
Henry!
Who burnt it to the ground?
Henry, maybe?
Who's
Henry?
Who's Henry?
He's the co-founder of Fazbear Entertainment. Maybe he did it. We don't actually know who did it. It's just Henry's the only character that fits the quota of who sets fire to things.
So this haunted attraction that was mimicking Five Nights at Freddy's got burned down with William in it.
With William in it.
Okay.
Assumingly to kill William. Or maybe William did it himself or something.
Or freak accident fire, and this is
Or
how
the
William
person
dies.
you play as did it, because he knew he was the murderer. And he was like, I gotta kill this guy.
Oh, I remember this!
Yeah. Someone set it on fire to kill William. William's dead now, though, so we don't need to worry about him anymore. And meanwhile, Henry's on some Scooby-Doo shit, because he's like, my kid's still stuck in an animatronic. I need to do something about that. So, like, instead of, like, trying to fucking revive him into another robot, he's like, let's fucking let her pass on, try to get her out of the robot. And so he makes, or commissions, Leftism. Lefty stands for lure, encapsulate, fuse, transport, and export, or some shit like that. And Lefty is being used to contain Marionette because it's just so fucking angry that it needs to be held back. And so he's got Lefty in this suit, and he finds all the other 4 animatronics and is like, I need to do something with all of these other animatronics we have so far. And so he opens a new franchise of Fazbear Entertainment. New restaurants, everybody! And then he like finds a guy to manage the store, and apparently it was probably Michael. Let's be honest, Michael's still alive, and he's like, "There you go, Michael. Now you have your own restaurant, and you're keeping it together and shit. And but you signed a contract that says you need to bring in all these animatronics in your back alley and put them in the restaurant. And if you don't do that, then you're fired. Put them in your restaurant, boy." So Michael does what he's told, as we all know, and he brings in all these animatronics. He brings in Lefty. He brings in Molten Freddy, who, as you remember, is Ennard. He brings in Scrap Baby, and he brings in this weird thing called Scrap Trap. Huh. That's Springtrap is William Afton. He's still alive, apparently. And so they bring them all into this restaurant, and Michael's
Let them
looking...
all duke it out.
Oh my god.
Close the doors.
Let them all duke it out. They're locked inside of this restaurant, and Michael's just working overtime, monitoring the place, making sure he doesn't fucking die. And then he gets a tape from Henry that says, "Connection terminated," and then it goes on like the sickest monologue you've ever heard. Like Henry's a fucking badass. We might play the monologue right here or something. It's really good. But
It is really good.
It's fucking sick as fuck.
Wait, what game is this in?
Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria Simulator.
It's really fucking like deep and intense and serious for a
It's
game
like
that's
he's
called
like using metaphors like
Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator.
you came here to work at a restaurant, but it appears you've been misinformed. This isn't a restaurant. This is a maze with no sound, a labyrinth with no doors, and here you will all die. I'm here to release the kids from their spirits or whatever, and for one of you, the darkest pit in hell has opened, and you're about to fall inside, so don't keep the devil waiting.
Loser.
And for my faithful companion who's helped me along this quest, an escape was set for you, but you probably don't want to go that way, right, Michael? And that's why it's believed that Michael is the guy running this, because he's the only person we know of who would want to die. So, yeah, everyone's dead. Henry's dead because he stays in the burning restaurant. Everyone fucking dies. Meanwhile, in hell, William is being tortured. That's Ultimate Custom Night. That's the entire game of Ultimate Custom Night. You are William and you are being tortured, and that's the lore, that's the plot, that's what's happening. Now, the thing is, there's other games that come after Ultimate Custom Night, and nobody knows how those games fit in, but I know how they fit in. Oh, do I know how they fit in? Because I got Scott Cawthon's own lore Bible from his wardrobe, and I found out something really fucking big, really fucking important. So in the game Help Wanted, the introduction in Help Wanted is that you're being told that the reason the game is being made is because Fazbear Entertainment was tired of all these games being made by this weirdo named Scott Cawthon, who made like 6 games about like Fazbear Entertainment and the murders that happened there, and people were like talking about all these rumors about people being murdered, and it's like, damn, bro. That sucks. And then that's why Help Wanted exists, because they wanted to like cash in on their own infamy. Right? So the thing is, from Help Wanted onward, the games aren't canon. They're literally just games. The games exist in the Help Wanted canon, and presumably in the rest of the Steel Wool games.
But they're canon in the canon of the other games. These are the games that the company made in response to those games being made in the actual world in which those games take place in.
My head hurts.
Tyler, I didn't make sense out of that. I'm surprised you did. So... Now, there's only 3 possibilities here. One, this is just like a joke and you're not meant to take it seriously, but like the fact that Michael smelling was important to the lore makes me believe that that's not the case. The other one is that this is just a separate canon and you shouldn't take it too seriously. But the third one that I've proven is that the Steel Wool games take place in the same universe as the books.
Oh no, so the
books are now canon!
Oh.
Enter the Steel Wool Run universe, as I've dubbed it.
Fuck you! Fuck you and your shit! Fuck you!
So, in order to understand what's going on here, we need to talk about the books. So I'm going to describe to you the lore of the books like scattershot style. So let's go through this shit right now.
Scattershot myself.
The year is 1992, right? 10 children go missing.
What a surprise.
The year is 2002 now. One of those missing children, Michael, is having a memorial, and all his friends have come to mourn his loss. One of them is this girl named Charlie.
Oh, God.
Charlie is over here mourning the loss of her friend Michael, and they decide to get on some Scooby-Doo shit and figure out why he died. And so they go to like a Fazbear location and they find nothing. And then they go to Fredbear's Family Diner and they find nothing. And they go back to the first Fazbear place. And by the way, this place is like after it was abandoned, a mall was built around it. Like, it was just used for the structure of a mall. Like, it's just, like, underneath a mall now. So they go inside of it, they're in the mall, they're going into the restaurant, and they find this guy named Derek. But his name's not actually Derek, it's William Afton, and he murdered kids, and then they, like, fight, and then William dies. He gets put in a springtrap suit, and the other animatronics drag him into a dark room, and that's how it ends. 1 year passes. Charlie's trying to get a job at a robotics place. She's trying to get a degree in robotics.
And we should all take this as separate canon so far.
So far, this is a different canon from the video games, but same canon as the Steel Wool Run universe. Remember
Got it.
that?
Okay.
Ed, you look upset. So, Charlie's trying to get a job in robotics, or she's trying to get a degree in robotics, and all of a sudden she's been informed that there's a series of murders going on, and one of the victims look just like her. Uh-oh. So, she goes to investigate, and she goes to her old family house, which happens to be the William Afton house from the actual games, but in the lore of the books, it's Charlie's house. And Charlie's the daughter of Henry, as we know. So Charlie goes into this house, finds a secret room where there are 3 animatronics buried in there, and she's like, "Huh, what's going on over there?" And one of them jumps out and looks like a nightmare, like it can't exist in real life. It's nightmarish as fuck. And she's fighting this nightmare animatronic, and she wins the fight. And all of a sudden, a disc flies off of it, and she's like, "What's that about?
Oh
It has the name Afton Robotics written on it, and it has a red blinking light. What's this doing here?" This is the illusion disc. Basically, you can put it on an animatronic and it makes them look like whatever the fuck you want it to. So they make the animatronics look like nightmare animatronics, and this is where the theory comes that like FNAF 4 wasn't actually a coma dream, it was real life and you were playing as Evan being tortured by his father. That's fucking psychotic, and those aren't canon to the games. So, demerit again to you audience members.
If they get another one, we have to cut.
Your theory's fucking stupid.
You're stupid. I'm reading the actual book Scott Cawthon wrote to explain the lore. So what do you think of that?
Yours.
Does this not look official enough for you? Is this not official looking enough?
Are you looking in the mirror?
That's so weird.
Yeah, I keep looking in the mirror instead of the camera. I've been doing that the whole time.
It's good for YouTube. Come on, dude.
No, it's just because it's at my eye line, you know. It's a person at my.
I just like looking at myself.
It's okay to have a borderline narcissistic
It's
personality
like
disorder.
it's like when you like put
Especially
a dog
when you're
in
William
the
Afton.
room as a mirror, and they like stare at the mirror and they think it's another dog.
I fucking love that shit.
True. What is this
So
handsome
funny.
gentleman with the Susie shirt on?
Ugh.
Ooh.
Please don't have sex with yourself.
It's a merit.
We're not here.
I'm not into that.
Oh, I would do it.
So Charlie is like, why the fuck is an illusion disc? And so she decides to investigate further, finds William's underground bunker where Afton Robotics was. By the way, Afton Robotics was like under William's house, and that's where he kept all the other animatronics.
Yeah.
Fun fact. That's not important to the lore, but it's important to me that everyone here knows that. Five Nights at Freddy's. So she's in the facility on her Scooby-Doo grind, and she finds more animatronics, and then she gets stuck in one of the Funtime animatronics, and then she dies.
No.
And then her like friends are mourning her loss at like a diner somewhere, and then she shows up and is like, "What up, bitches?" And they're like, "Charlie, how are you still alive?" And she's like. So he cut forward, and that's not actually Charlie. That's another robot, and they're using an illusion disc to make her look like Charlie. Apparently, there are 3 other Charlies walking around besides this one.
Yo, where's the other one?
The other 3 are in the other 3 closets.
Yeah.
This one is actually Circus Baby using an illusion disc to make her look like Charlie because she's the 4th closet.
I'm in the 5th one.
I'm also in the 5th one. I'm also in the 5th one.
Oh, get the fuck out. This is my fucking closet, stupid bitch.
So basically the 4th closet, all that happens in this book is like They find William again, and they like fight, and then one of them gets stabbed by a bit of Remnant, and like finds all the souls of the other dead kids, and then they like join together to form Voltron to kill William Afton, and all the kids' souls are released.
What do you mean they join together like Voltron?
Like his soul enters into the same thing as the other children's souls
Roland,
are
that's
in.
a soul resonance.
What the fuck is a soul resonance?
Oh, I thought you watched
Stop
Soul.
talking about
I thought you
Soul
watched
Eater.
Soul?
I know Soul Eater. That's the song Resonance.
No, that's
But
the
I was like, why are
mechanic.
you
The
bringing
first
that up?
opening.
Yeah. To merit.
And
I haven't watched Soul Eater.
You get nothing. Good day to you, sir.
Good day. So they like William stabs him with Remnant while he's still alive, mind you. So his soul gets bonded to the animatronics, and all the kids' souls. He's able to like get together to fight William. He's like gives a motivational speech like we could do this together, and then they beat the shit out of William. He falls over, and William dies. And that's the end of the fourth closet. Also, Charlie dies. She like one of the other robots. The two robots fight, and there are like two other robots, but the one we care about dies. So,
but in this, Charlie is not the baby animatronic.
Charlie is the circus baby animatronic in this canon, and not the video game canon. I think I forgot to mention this too. Charlie was always a robot throughout all these books, and we just didn't know it.
What?
It's believed that Charlie died like when she was a kid. And Henry just kept making robots to bring her back to life, like William was in the books. Steel Wool Run universe. Anyways.
So, in this universe, Henry is the smarter of the two, it kind of seems like.
In both universes.
Yeah, Henry's a goddamn badass.
But like the thing is, William always murders kids, and Henry's always the one to like not do that.
Yeah.
But this is the one where Henry's trying to bring his kids back.
Yeah.
Presumably because William killed them. Presumably because William just wanted to kill kids in this canon. Moving on.
Yeah, remember that whole thing where they like wanted to start like a family diner thing and like
Yeah, it's the 70s. We bought a house. We're living it good.
it really is.
Everything goes
it's like
downhill.
A shitty anime plot. Like
The
it got so
believability of this
out
plot
of whack.
hinges on what country this is taking
Where's
place.
Where's the
Well, okay.
fucking
For
William
context, the books take place in Utah.
Oh my god.
That still makes sense.
That makes so
It
much
still
sense.
tracks.
Where's the part where William Afton becomes God or whatever?
What?
What?
Like, not literally. I just like it's a joke, but like, where's the part? Like, where is it? Like,
Security breach
when does
around
Afton
here.
become God?
Yo,
And it was
can we
like,
get a
Help
Five
wanted
Nights at
security
Freddy's?
breach
we have to
around
fight
there.
him in like a giant fucking robot.
Five Night Freddy JRPG.
Yeah!
Wow, what? Yeah.
Alright.
I wish they made that.
So those are the books, and I didn't read the Fazbear Fright books, so if any of those things contradict what I said, fuck you, they're not canon. So, Fazgoo's not canon, guys. Come on. Really?
You know
You
what?
read
You know
Fazgoo
what?
and believed it?
You're not canon, my
Fazgoo
brother in
canon.
Christ.
You read Springtrap Man Pregnancy, and you thought that was canon? You stupid bitch! To merit.
I wanted it to be.
Okay.
The Blackness of Our Pants
Alright, go.
by Fall Out Boy.
Oh, so you came back, did you?
Where's the-
you decided now you're done with your bullshit about the books being canon?
The
You decided that
pregnancy's
illusion.
canon.
What?
The male pregnancy's canon rule.
Yo, the weekly Roland Ed Smackdown.
Demerit, get out. Wait, is that 2 or 3?
Bowls.
Okay.
And orgy.
Alright. Alright, don't let me catch you
End of
slipping
the
again.
line, Edward.
Alright. So there are still games we need to talk about. 2 of them. Fucking AR game isn't that important, but Help Wanted and Security Breach are the 2 that we need to talk about right now. Help Wanted, as we discussed earlier, the lore is that Fazbear Entertainment wanted to make a game, and so they hired another development studio called Silver Paracel to do that for them. And they give them all the other Fazbear machinery that they used in the actual restaurants as reference. So they give them William Afton's corpse that they didn't know is William Afton's corpse because it's just Springtrap. And they give them the Ennard, and they give them all the other animatronics to use as reference. And they download the files from the animatronics onto their computer, and they start developing the game. but they notice a bug. For some reason, there's this weird rabbit guy that just keeps showing up in the game and trying to hypnotize.
Here we go.
Keeps trying to hypnotize people, right? That's strange. The bug tester finds this and they go insane, and they go missing. And so the devs are like, fuck that, right? And they find the bug, and then they go insane, and then they end up missing. And then the game launches. So now the game is out, and you've played it at home, maybe. Markiplier played it, and they found something weird about the game. They found out that there's this weird little rabbit fellow that's just showing up in the game. That turns out to be Springtrap. Actually, it's called Glitch Trap, and actually it's William Afton's soul that has been downloaded into the computer, and, Portal 2 is a game developed by So, the plot of Help Wanted is basically William Afton is trying to get out of the game, and you gotta not do that, but you probably did it anyways, because all the endings seem to imply that William escapes or something, and he's out, and blah 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 blah. But in the lore, if the people who played this game, in the lore of Help Wanted, they would have like been possessed by William Afton or something and gone missing or committed crimes or something. And so Security Breach. Alright, we have a lecture to get to.
Why does his head bob like that?
Thank you, Ed. I'll remove one of your demerits. And I will give you a separate one.
But my last sight be this damnable sunrise! You can't even say it right, you fucking loser. Come on yourself. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
This has been your
That looks cute.
45-second fucking around intermission.
Alright, guys.
Not you clapping.
It's fucking.
No.
It's fucking good.
You gotta do one of those. I'll wait.
It's like one of those clap lights.
I'll wait.
You know, we have 2 pieces of tape on the other side and only one on that side.
Yeah, that fucking
Where's the
that tape up there is fucking sparkly.
It looks like a bow tie.
Vaughn, your services are required again.
I
Darn, Jackson!
wanted to eat the camera.
You blurred the camera!
Oh, sorry. My bad. I wanted to feel quirky and special. Is that a gun?
That's a light.
Put a fork in
What
the
the
outlet
fuck?
and witness God.
We're selling it for like $14. It doesn't work.
Can I kill myself with it? I guess if I hit myself hard enough, just like.
piece.
Okay,
Ah!
Cooperate! Why are you still recording?
this is all canon to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Really?
Us right now, yes.
We are in the midst of 5 Nights at Freddy's lore being created.
This is Five Nights at Freddy's 12. We're playing it.
12.
12.
The
No, I fucking
animatronic
hate
is
this
right
universe.
outside. We can't let it come in. And the animatronic is pure light.
I did enjoy the original.
The world is made of Fazbear and Remnant.
Like I
now.
guess the assumed like storyline of just like the disgruntled employee killing kids.
Yeah.
But like this is it's a lot. It's a little. It's crazy.
At the end, I want you to give a lecture of what you understood the lore to be.
Everyone I know seemed to have fallen off, including me. Everyone seemed to have fallen off right around FNAF 3, FNAF 4, whenever that happened. And then, like, everyone hears about how crazy the lore is. Like, oh yeah, I remember, like, a disgruntled employee comes in, murders children, puts their bodies into suits, and then he gets put in a suit and dies. Man, that was some good lore. Fazgoo. Anyways, security breach.
What is Fazgoo?
Shit.
Fazgoo is a thing where if it's like a substance, and if your DNA gets into it, it clones you.
What the? what? Where is that relevant in the story?
No,
Fazbear Frights, the books.
Oh.
It's like a
no. It gives
story.
you give it DNA, and then it like grows a little mouth, and it tells you a really cool secret, and then it clones you.
anime clones.
That's just a stand. Anyways, remember? So a bunch of malls start closing, right? And Fazbear Entertainment gets the idea that they can just put their shit, they can just use the mall to make like a Disney World. And so they make Freddy Fazbear's Pizzaplex. Big ass place, all sorts of attractions. It's like the biggest fucking pizzeria in the world. And all the kids are like, they're doing Fortnite dances or some shit.
There are kids Fortnite dancing in the hallways.
There are kids Fortnite dancing in the hallways. Their shit's lit as fuck. And they decide, hey, what if we... Hey, what if... Somehow, like, help wanted, the game gets put into the thing, and then people are like, hey, play game. One of the employees plays the game, I think. And then... like, all the files from that game get downloaded into the big computer in the sky inside of the Pizzaplex. And they're like, oh, that means William Afton
Is an evil AI running
evil AI that is running the Pizzaplex now. Not only that, all the dead kids were in that game too. And now they're in the Pizzaplex. And one of them possesses a little animatronic who grabs an illusion disc and puts it on him to make himself look like a little boy. His name is Gregory, and that's the most sense you can make out of this lore. I am sorry. Game theory was right, okay? I know we memed on him, but like, this shit exists and you didn't know it. Now the books are canon, it's fine now. I'm gonna remove one of your demerits. In fact, I already had, because I had to bring you back into the lecture hall. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Not.
So Gregory's like a robot, right? And he's like running around, and then Glamrock Freddy is possessed by another child. People say Michael, but I think that's just because that connects to his lore in the video games, and that's not canon right now. But whatever, he's possessed by a ghost. They're both ghost boys, and they're going around on some Scooby-Doo shit, right? And they're finding shit, and they find out that this entire Pizzaplex was built out of a mall that closed down, and that mall was built over another Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria. Remember that from the Silver Eyes?
What the fuck?
So yeah, that's how we know that this game connects to the books and not the games. Yeah.
Oh, hey, that was a clever.
No,
little...
I don't think anyone figured that out yet. Even though like both of these malls are in Utah, and so that's happened. By the way, yeah, fucking security breach is happening in Utah.
So canonically, at least one of these animatronics has to have a Mormon soul, right?
What do you mean canonically?
If these are happening in Utah, odds are one of these children.
Odds are
There's one Mormon child.
odds are there are one Mormon child. Maybe
Only
it's
one.
Gregory.
Haha, take that, God. We got him.
I like your headcanon, Tyler.
So they're on some Scooby-Doo shit. They find this underground pizzeria over underneath the mall that's actually the Pizzaplex. And they're like, what the fuck's going on there? And then all of a sudden fucking William Afton is trying to download himself into his old body and come back to life. Because he always comes back, baby.
In his Springtrap body or
In
like
his
old
Springtrap
meat body?
His Springtrap body. Because his old body is in the Springtrap body. And he's like, we're bringing it back, baby. And then all the other people are like, huh, how do we beat him? And so they download all of the fucking other animatronics. They download all the souls of the children into Ennard. And then they have like a little kaiju battle. And like the William Afton gets fucking strangled and they all run out of there.
How do you get strangled if you're like no air you need to breathe? He doesn't have to breathe air.
He gets killed like he's being strangled. He gets put in a stranglehold. But he dies from like being murdered by kids.
Hate when that happens.
Hate when that happens too. And so there's other shit that happens in Security Breach that's like there's lore in this. There's like this girl that's trying to kill you named Vanny. She's being hypnotized by William Afton and Afton, and also like she has a clone of herself that's a robot, and that's using an illusion disc as well for some fucking reason. But that's the FNAF lore, everybody! I've already explained it. I won't explain it again. This has been Shaka University. Thank you very much.
Go fuck yourself.
Did it all make sense?
Not you.
There's a test on it.
Audience.
There's a test.
Are you still sane after this?
Professor, if you test me on Five Nights at Freddy's, I just let you know that I know where you live. And I have your IP address.
I mean, we have time. Do you want to throw together like a trivia?
Sure. Question.
That's fine. I
number
like
one.
trivia. I like fucking
Fucking. You like
Question number one for Jackson. Who is Henry's daughter?
fucking Charlie.
Correct. That's a gold star.
Take the camera.
Oh, okay, fine.
I'm a goddamn
Tyler,
genius.
question for you. Shit, I didn't come up with a question in time.
Yes.
Correct. Ed, question for you.
All right.
How does an illusion disc work?
You stick it in the robot, and then it turns into whatever you want it to be, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Ezri, question for you.
Yes.
What is FNAF for? What's happening in FNAF 4?
No, it's the kid.
Yeah.
It's the one with the kid and the Henry?
The Henry?
I know the game. No, I know.
What? First of all, it's not Henry, but I'm asking you like
I made the connection earlier. That was me. We have it on tape.
All right, you know what? I'm changing the question now. What's the kid's name?
Evan.
Thank you. It's Evan.
Correct.
Fucked it up.
All right, Vaughn. Final question for you.
Professionally.
Question for you. Who was the second person that was killed by William Afton,
Oh, fuck.
including Evan?
It was Michael, right?
Incorrect. Vaughn, you lose. Take him to the scooper, everyone. This has been Shaka University. Come on, Vaughn. Come on.
Oh, I'm going to the scoop room. Oh, God.
I'm sorry. He says daddy, not father. So what I have gathered in the Five Nights at Freddy's, which has it's all news to me, honestly, because I was under the pretenses of this just being a random dude killing kids while disguising himself as a mascot, rather than like it being like a scheme to bring back William's like dead son, which turns into not just one dead son, but literally 3 dead children, one of which being a walking dead adult child. But they bullied the fuck out of that little kid, dude. Shout out to Evan. Sorry. I'm not gonna be able to go any further than that.
That was good.